Hello, welcome back. This is Matt, and I'm back on the old Tyme server. Let's see, I've built the chicken farm in my previous video here. A few modifications, mostly to shorten this circuit a bit down using a smart dispenser. I can show you that later, but this guy's right behind me. Chicken popped out. There we go. Yeah, so I've gotten a lot of drops from these guys. Can't really use it for much. Chicken was from some other chicken I killed on the outside. But yeah. So actually, I've been planning to bring my farms outside again. I've gotten my melon and pumpkin farm here. Took out the melons. Only have pumpkins left, and I left that pumpkin here. Just gotta get rid of it somehow at some point. But it's a reminder telling me I need to go build one out there. And let's see, I'm gonna work on making an automatic melon farm, as automatic as this melon pumpkin farm. We know that melons and pumpkins, when you push them with a piston, they break off. And if we can use that to create our, what's it called? If you use that to push the melons and pumpkins into a stream that ends up in a hopper, we will be able to pick up the drops. Another thing I want to add to the design, other than simply that, is a bud switch. It will detect when a melon has grown, or pumpkin, one or the other, and it will knock it off. And it will send a signal to all the other pistons to knock their objects off. Now, it doesn't need to be 100% efficient to, have all the pumpkins and melons growing at the same time when you knock them off, because it doesn't really matter. They're going to take time to grow. The only issue is that if you keep pushing it too many times, there won't be an open spot for the melon or pumpkin to grow when the pistons are pushing back and forth. So you can't have the pistons running all the time, and also it creates lag. So I will be creating one out here. I've just cleared out this bit of snow to tell me where I'm going to put it. I have no idea how to start. Well, I do have my old pumpkin melon farm design I used to use. I'll start with that, and for some reason this chest isn't opening. Open chest. Open. I can't open anything. Oh, there we go. There's the chest. Lag. Something's wrong. I should open it one more time, I guess? Yeah, there it is. Alright, there we go. Now, let's see, we'll need... I usually build 3 stories tall. Build the pumpkins melon farm 3 stories tall. Let's see, if I do it 5 wide, I might have an issue with the wiring coming behind. So I would have water stream here, pumpkins and melons here, including their stalks. So I would alternate stalk, pumpkin, pumpkin, stalk, stalk, pumpkin, pumpkin, stalk. So it would end up being 8 long. Usually that's because of the water flows. And let's see if we can do this. Alright, so I'd have that, then I'd have the pistons here. So those would push the pumpkins and melons off. And then it would have wiring over here. That would be fine, and then a wall over here. So that would be getting really close to my chicken farm. I might as well move it over one more. So that was getting one close, yeah. So one more here. I've already built one in this world, but due to a rollback a few months ago, it didn't work, and that was before hoppers were created. So when I knew hoppers were going to be put into the game, I decided to put that on hold and wait till I get a design like this. And floating snow. Just created floating snow. And the block's gone. There's the snow. Okay. So we'll do the 8 stream wide again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did have an issue previously with item drops from the pumpkin and melon coming over to the other side if it's a 1 wide gap. So I might as well make it a 2 wide gap. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So if I put water here, actually, I should probably get some water. Alright, back again. Looks like the lag is gone right now. So I can get back to playing. So let's try that out. And we have the water flowing. And I want to see if we drop an item into the stream, if it will go here or there. If that becomes an issue, we can always just have the stream, have this one shorter. Yeah, the stream doesn't need to be that long even. If I have a stock at both ends, so stock, melon, melon, stock, stock, melon, melon, stock. I only need the water stream 6 long. So yeah, I can deal with this. So yeah, now all the items end up over here where I can put the hopper and everything should be all set. And I should probably cover this up now. That looks good. So let's see, that's where we're going to start. I should probably get my hoe out, mark off where we're going to be planting our melons. Although, whatever, I'll just bring it anyway. There's my hoe. Always use a stone hoe unless you're a pimp. Okay. Now that we have the lag gone, at least temporarily, we can get to work. See, we'd have the stock here. And stock here. Would it be here? No. It wouldn't be there. Oh yeah, so Karate's new on the server. He's been playing for about a month. Minecraft in total. He's been playing on this server for a week, I suppose. Week and a half. Probably a week and a half. And yeah, I helped him build a skeleton grinder today. So we have a row of pumpkins and melons. Then we do another row here. And grow that. So that'll be good here. Yeah, one of the rules about this server is that we don't want to have any AFK mob farms without watching them carefully. We had an issue before one of our last maps. The map got corrupted due to a large number of mobs in the area. Bit of an issue. Dealt with that by making a new map. Otherwise we could have gotten to a backup, which we decided was not necessarily the best option. But yeah. So let's see, if we have this, we can put a sign here. Let me just grab a few signs. And have the items drop through there into this hole where we'll have the hopper, which actually I'll put it in now, pointing that way. So that's empty. What am I going to make my floor out of? The water stream floor. Can make it out of ice, but the main issue is I got to keep the plants lit up while the ice not lit. I had that issue. I had to place the lights in random places. Made it a bit of a bother. I'd rather not do that again, so I'll probably go with wish you can make half slab glass. Oh yeah, I did my floor. Like the design. It's not that crazy. It's got a few textures in it. It's got the brick. I like the brick. Gives it a little bit of a difference. The stone brick goes around the entire area, basically outlines everything. Got circles of stone half slabs and pumpkin lights in the middle. Jack-o'-lanterns. Whoops. I really don't know. Let's see if we can get everyone into bed. I saw karate. Yeah, so let's see, while we're doing this, I'll chop down some trees. And let's grab some wood. That should be enough for a start. We'll make wood half slabs. Wow, lag. Should stop it here. Alright, so that's gonna let the water flow into this block. It'll flow over it actually, and it will stop right there. Let's see, need half slabs here as well, and some way to block it off. To prevent the water from flowing back. I'll figure that out in a bit. Yeah, I've been getting a bunch of chicken eggs flying out. I don't know if they're coming up from there or from down here. If they're coming from down here, I really don't care that much. If they're coming up from down up there, I still don't care that much. I mean, I'm getting this many eggs. I don't need eggs. I'm not gonna make this many cakes. Yeah, that looks good. Actually, I'll probably put the... I'll do this. Yeah, you saw another egg just fly out. I already collected 10 eggs from just walking around here. See, I once saw a couple of eggs like stacked together here. It's kind of funny. Or that was 2 as well. Huh. Or maybe I just walked over another one. And... Alright, we put the water here. Same place we put it here. Except the water is flowing over, which we don't want it to, so we put the half slab here and here. There we go. That works. And there's the issue of the water freezing pretty soon. And not freeze. There we go. So now the items fall in, they go through there, and they end up at the end. Alright, do that again. Let's see. It'll be 1, 2, 3. That's our line of crops. There is no cost for enchanting crafting table repairs. I have a feeling that my keyboard is a little bit too noisy for this. Yeah. No, it doesn't. Still raw. Okay. Does glowstone produce more light than torches? Yes. I'm gonna get stuck over here. There we go. You can't occupy the same space as the glowstone. Although I'm not gonna put that idea in his head. Not yet. When he's desperate for finding diamonds, then I'll tell him. Okay. Get off. There we are. Let's see. Alright, whoops. Don't want that there. And I'm out of wood. See, the star block's here just for me to get back up here, but there used to be a little bit of a way to get up to the top. Actually, there is a bit. A bit trickier. No, I fell down. Much better at this usually. Stop. There we are. So yeah, just to show you what I did with the dispenser. So I originally had the comparator going here, going to the on-off of a input of a clock. Here we go around and keep ticking as long as there's an item in the dispenser. However, this is a much cheaper circuit. It does use an extra quartz, but that doesn't matter. It's a lot smaller area, and I can probably move this closer, the light sensor closer, and make it a little bit more compact. So yeah, there's the design. I've moved the control for the light sensor on this side rather than the other side, which I had my tutorial or my showcase video. And that made the wiring a little bit messy. Over here I have the wiring fairly compact within itself, however it's spread out. I can move this over here to this side, going that way. I can move the wiring around a bit. But essentially, if it's all configured, I can have the repeater going this way as well, actually. Didn't think about that, but yeah. It's not bad. Simple modifications. That's covered up on top. It's covered up on the bottom. No, it isn't actually. I forget what I said. Yeah, so let's see, I'm gonna grab my axe, get some wood, and I'll be back. And I'm back. So chopped down a few trees, got a little bit of wood. Gonna start making some half slabs. Okay, lag. Stop lagging. There we go. Slow down your lag. That should be more than enough. I have an abundance of spruce trees outside. Actually, while it's dark, I'm gonna show you what's upstairs. So far, nothing. It's a bit jumpy. See, I'm still getting 57, 55 frames per second. Okay. Told him I was recording. So, I think he's trying to troll me. Yeah. So, brewing stand is just sitting here. Don't know what to do with it, but for now it's serving its purpose here. I'll probably move it to another floor upstairs. I have another portal over here. And I have my map, which I can probably show you what it looks like. This right here. Okay, that's my house. This is my mega map. It's 3x3. It's adjacent areas. You can probably see a little white dot that points to where I am, and it's actually pretty close. Yeah, it points straight at me. So I'm standing in the middle of this chunk, I guess. I made the map while I was standing here. For some reason it puts me in the bottom. I think it's one of the new map features since a while ago. I haven't been using maps for a while. Okay, so all these you can tell are probably trees. These little circle thingies. Over here is my chicken farm. And my that clearing over there will soon be my pumpkin melon farm. I will show you in a second, actually. Let me just make sure I don't screw anything up. It's my map. This map, and it is generating my pumpkin melon farm. And you can see the clearing of the trees I just made. See the white spots just show up out of nowhere. Let me put this back on the wall. Alright, that's pretty cool actually. Did that disappear when I go closer? Oh, whatever. So, yeah, that's my map wall. Plan to expand a bit farther out than just this, but for now, it looks pretty good. It'll tell me when someone's nearby, especially when I'm waiting for them to come visit. I can tell if they're getting close, and my frame rate is dropping to 30. Why is that? Okay, well, that's probably because the mobs are outside. It's actually strange. My frame rate goes up sometimes and then just drops. When I'm not recording... Oh, God, forgot that. Let's see if we can do this quickly. Yep. There we go. My frame rate is usually around 120, 130, like 128-ish. When I'm recording. When I'm not recording. When I am recording, it is usually somewhere around 50, 60. For some reason right now it's at 30, which, as you can probably see, it's definitely playable. Recording it at 30 frames per second, so you're not going to see it any faster than that. There we go. Annoying little things. And put this here, there, and aside. There we go. So now the water will drop down lower. Let me just put a half slab above this. So it's going to be over here, half slab. And that should do it. There's the last water. And everything should fall into the hopper. the hopper. Yeah, it will drop at the end, at the beginning of this block, so even if it has momentum going forward, it won't go that far forward. We could try it out, actually. Let's see, we'll drop something that we can visibly see. Try dropping a few cobble. It'll be the worst at up here. So if it works here, then it will work anywhere. So there we are. It'll work for now. Let's see if it goes in. Now floating a little bit above the water. Oh, I picked it up. Okay. No, I want to go in. There we are. That's close enough. So now it should go in. See the cobble. And it will drop. Drops down at the beginning, at the edge. And it landed on the edge here. Okay. Well, we know something now. We know it will fall on the edge, so it won't work that way. We can't just have it drop. Whoa, that was quick. Alright. Huh, now I gotta figure this out. Well, if I do have it like this, then it's gonna fall. I don't mind it falling backwards. The issue was it fell forwards. No, it fell over here. It somehow fell sideways. If we put a half slab here, and there's an enderman right next to me. If we put that there, that should help. Falling forward I don't think is going to be a problem because it falls at the edge. Love the fact that I get so much cooked chicken. And I think my chicken got killed recently. Yes, I have a new batch of chicken. Cooked chicken. And these are all younglings, or most of them are. But they'll sit there for an entire day. Whether or not people go to bed and sleep, that's going to be their issue. Whether they're going to die young or die mature. But generally, as long as I don't sleep, it's usually pretty well off. Don't have to worry about chickens. And it landed out here. Okay. So let's put it. We can put blocks over here to completely cover it up. So actually, let's put some full-on spruce blocks. Spruce planks. And cover that line up. That should do well. And now let's see if we can get the whole stack to go through. That was not money. Hopefully, couple that went through. Okay. So for those of you who are interested, I don't only play Minecraft. I do play other video games. I play quite a ton of them. So I've played the Mass Effect series. Finished that recently. Okay, let's see if we get all of them going down. Should be in the hopper. 45, we should have a stack. We don't. Do we? Yes, we do. Okay, every single one of them fell through. And landed in there. So, if any of them fall out, it's going to be at a ratio of much less than, or of less than 50 to 1. Or most likely less than 50 to 1. That should be good enough. Make it pretty, we can cover up the other side as well, but no need for now. Alright, so that looks pretty cool. I haven't used wood that much in building my own designs. I mean, the exterior of houses I've done that, but not on my redstone devices. Not that much. I mean, I've mostly built nether and other places that are a bit rough. And this I've built out of stone. No idea why, other than that I've been using stone quite a bit. Stone brick. So, well, that's a start for the video. A start for the melon pumpkin farm. I think I'm going to continue this on another video, and check it out later. But I want to show you one last thing while I'm here. Yeah, so next video I will be putting up the what's it called? The pistons and the wiring for that. That's going to be pretty simple. And then I'm going to set up the bud switch to control when to when to harvest. I could also have it connected to the chicken farm, harvesting whenever the sun comes down or goes up. I forget which one it is. I believe it's going up. The one in my creative world is going when the sun goes down. So let's drop down here. It's a little inconspicuous hole. It's at the corner of my house. Water drop. It's my strip mine. It's a surprise I don't have any cobble. Thing is, all this cobble went to my blaze farm, which is a good purpose, I believe. However, running low on cobble is annoying. So, a little bit of a slow rail at the beginning because of the turn. Turn slows you down for some reason, especially when you turn through a wall. I think, though, I opened it up a little bit so I don't turn through the wall. There's a cave through there. Saw that earlier. Mined that out, but haven't closed it off. And this is my skeleton farm. Floors were finished by one of the members on the server, Valark. Oh, my frames per second have increased to 60 again. It's flickering between 61 and 59 and 60. But yeah, this is my skeleton farm. I had to adjust it a few times to get the height just right. Yeah, they want to hug you. Alright, so this is my skeleton farm. This also was designed by Valark. Let's see, the walls and everything. I built the entire system in the back. All the wiring is done myself. This is a bit of addition by Valark. Secret or slightly hidden chests, which actually I should probably set up storage systems behind it, or like a storage chest up the top where I put the arrows and stuff in. They drop to the bottom through hoppers, and end up at the bottom chest where I can pick them up. But anyway, let's see. I have tons of bows. Consolidated a number of my bows. I've used a bunch of the power 1 bows I get from the drops to make power 4 bows, power 5 bows. A little bit expensive, but it's a guaranteed power 5. Got arrows here. Used up a bunch of my arrows when we went to the end, but I have a bunch of them back. Chainmail, boots, leggings, helmet. I've got chainmail, chest plate upstairs. Yeah, I built his skeleton farm similar to mine in the concept. A little bit different wiring, but yeah, he's not very good with redstone. He did build a machine which I despise for the fact that it turns redstone into obsidian. Only that it uses up redstone, and I don't like the fact that it does. But that's only because I like redstone more than obsidian. But he did build that. He designed much of the redstone. It's a little bit complicated and messy, but for a first timer in redstone, first time delving into redstone, he's pretty decent. Yeah, so This is my skeleton farm. One of my original holes dropped skeletons down. Then I realized that was a little bit too far from the spawner. Spawner's actually right there. So if you look straight down in this direction, or straight in this direction, you'll hit the spawner. Diagonally, that is. This switch opens and closes this valve here. So we'll see that. It's a bit of a delay because it's torch ladder. And this one over here opens and closes the gate at the bottom, which prevents the skeletons from leaving the spawning room. If they're too close to the spawning room, they only can spawn 6 within this. If there's 6 of them too close to the spawner within 8 blocks of the spawner, in any direction. So 17 by 17 square with I think it's a 7 height. I forget which way. 3 up, 3 down. Then it will stop spawning skeletons. So what I do is the skeletons will get stuck close to the spawner if I flick this lever, and that will prevent them from going up. So right now they're stuck in spawner. Only 6 of them are present, I believe, if there are any, and prevents more further spawns. So it's a cheap way to prevent spawns, cheaper than using lamps and pistons and lights and so on. Yes. I don't know why I'm serious. Level 30 enchant, I'll like it. Yeah. So, tons of bones. I'll be making an automatic wheat and other similar items farm. I originally had one which was one of those where you just right clicked and you kept placing alternating between seeds and wheat, or seeds and bone meal, or it was seeds or carrots and bone meal and so on. That ended up being a bit of an issue since they don't cause updates anymore. So those are all broken. All those machines are broken. I had one, I configured it to do both the cocoa beans and the other 3, which are potatoes, carrots, and wheat. However, that got messed up. So it was a modification of the Minecraft Hermit, Generic Bees design, where instead of alternating between wheat and cocoa beans, it just simply you put cocoa beans in the chest and you don't have to connect a toggle between the bud switch to the dispenser that gives you the cocoa beans and the wheat and the seeds. So with no further ado, I'm out. I will check everything out next time. I plan to do a series showing you my single player world. I don't know how far I'll get into that, or if I will be continuing to play my single world at all. In the near future, that is. I do like my single player world. The main thing is I haven't played it since many of the recent updates. So I haven't done anything in there that relates to villagers. Let's go with that. I do have breeding. Villagers were a little bit hard to get. It's my old world. My first world that I played for a long period of time. Yeah. So we had a rollback a couple of days ago for 2 days. So Isa had to rebuild his roof or ceiling or second floor. Sorry. Yeah. So I'll show you guys that. It's got a few artifacts from the old age when there were no pistons, and a few artifacts from when pistons just started. Bunch of hidden things, and a bunch of inefficient things now that we have certain other items such as tripwires and so on. I do not have a single tripwire in my world, my single player world, just so you know. Well, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.